and welcome to Horrific Tales. In this show, we celebrate the creations of independent authors and aspiring writers. Please like and subscribe and share these episodes so that we can get our friends as much exposure as possible. We would also appreciate if you could support our artists by following them on their individual platforms and by purchasing their works. Details on how to do this are in the episode description. Today's horrific tale is a piece entitled The Wendigo and the Cultural Personification of Starvation. Oh my gosh, I am so hungry. Everyone has uttered these words at one time or another. Perhaps in the rush to get to work you skip breakfast, or in the hubbub of the day you're unable to grab lunch. Many have felt the shallow pangs of hunger before, getting up to grab a snack while watching Netflix or stopping by the drive-thru on the way home. Very few know the depths to which true hunger can be delved. The dark, inescapable hunger of those who haven't had a meal in days, weeks. Many feel the irritability associated with the denial of nutrients and sugars, but how far can those thoughts actually go? How intrusive do the thoughts become before driving a man insane? In many Algonquin cultures, the feeling of hunger and isolation was a telltale sign that one was in the vicinity of a creature most fearsome, the Wendigo. The legend prevails in the north woods of Minnesota, the forests of the Great Lakes region, and central regions of Canada. Historically, the creature has in some cases been described as a ferocious beast that calls to its victims from the forest, impossibly tall and emaciated. In others, it's known as a spirit with the ability to possess a human. Although there is variation in different regions as to how the creature appears, one thing is consistent. A Wendigo is created when somebody resorts to cannibalism. Culturally, the Wendigo was seen as a personification associated with winter, the north, starvation, and famine. In the past, when native people and settlers found themselves stranded in the bitter snows and ice of the north woods, stranded for days, any survivors might have felt compelled to cannibalize the dead in order to survive. Thus, the myth served as a method of encouraging cooperation and moderation. Culturally, or even religiously, this myth perhaps acted similarly to Catholicism's 7 deadly sins. When one was tempted to consume flesh, they were reminded of what could become of them or how monstrous it is to consume your dead neighbor for survival. To some, who they become after succumbing to their hunger is a fate worse than death or starvation. A phenomenon, known as Wendigo psychosis, is said to have been prevalent in the northern regions of the United States. The victim of the psychosis is described as having an uncontrollable desire to consume human flesh. One documented case is that of the Plains Cree trapper Swift Runner in the late 1800s. According to reports, after the death of his eldest son, he butchered and consumed the remaining 6 members of his family. He was less than 25 miles away from an emergency food supply outpost. The geographic elements of this psychosis raises some questions. Is this a credible mental illness? A cultural paranoia? Or does the Wendigo actually walk the remote forests of Northern America? Well, we hope that you enjoyed our latest horrific tale. If you want to keep up to date with future episodes, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. Please also take a moment to support our contributing artists who very kindly lend their talents to this show. Check out the links in the description as to how you can do this. Until next time, my friends, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.